Marco, I'm curious with the flex units when there's an old system that you're doing a change out and it has 7/8 gas line and 3/8 liquid and it can't be replaced with 3/4. How does this affect the units?
Obviously, this middle, shows 3/4 for a reason. What I always tell people, if it's in a ceiling or in concrete or something where you can't change it, you want to change what you can. Older systems, especially R22, that was 5-ton unit, for example, to be 1 1/8 or 7/8 line set. Sometimes you can get a harmonic refrigerant sound going through that pipe if you don't change it. That's why we always recommend changing it. That would be the main recommendation that I always make, is replace what you can.
It's tough out there. Crawl spaces and attics, and been there, done that. The engineers design this stuff to work in a certain way. We don't have any way to know what it's going to do if it's not installed the way that the manual says to install it.
A lot of calls that I do get, if they did install the wrong size, they do have big performance loss. Hey, this isn't keeping up on a 100-degree day. It's because they didn't use the right size piping.
Yeah, especially when we're talking liquid line, like if you're talking about installing on something very old or like, on a commercial application where God knows what was installed before, having a very large liquid line, yeah, you can definitely see some change in performance. We see them work like that. And just like with any other piece of equipment out there, you've got your tested combination, your tested line set, your tested airflow, your tested everything. Well, once you start taking it outside of that spec. If you go far outside of that spec, yeah, you might see a much larger difference in operation capability than what you would see if it was closer.
Thanks for getting involved. If you need more answers, catch us live every month when we tackle your questions in real time. Head over to greecomfort.com/GREE-training where you can register for the next Talking Comfort Live. See you there.